of this quarter-final match between Cash and yAwS. Starting to the bottom left of Turtle Rock is Cash, this time in yellow. Top left of Turtle Rock will be yAwS in the red trunks. Going Archmage again. I think yAwS has never been really fond of the Mountain King first against Orc. Nowadays it seems like really no humans are fond of that hero anymore. But a few years ago, like maybe 2 years ago, it seemed to be all the rage. By the way, and the last fight we saw on Amazonia, it always makes me think, like, against the Hex, wouldn't Dispel be really good? Humans never get the Apprentice upgrade for priests. I mean, it's not expensive. I don't know what it costs exactly, but it can't be much more than 100. And it also increases their mana regen, mana pool, and HP. Is it really not worth it? I mean, I am no human player, but they never get it. They never get the Apprentice upgrade. Maybe you don't have the time to get it? Quite possible. Alright, he gets the first 2 Ogres, and the Water Elemental will not go towards the Blade Master. Deny! Deny! Yeah, 1 hit from the Archmage wouldn't have been enough to deny the Peasant anyways. Cash being very, very aggressive once more. Nice thing on Turtle Rock here, you can distract with your Archmage, and when you know the Blade Master is not around, you can solo creep this with your Militia. Again, fast tech versus fast tech. This time slightly faster for the human, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, chat is saying the same thing I was expecting, like, yeah, the upgrade definitely takes quite a bit of time, like that time could probably be used to create 2 priests. So that's a big difference, but in a longer game, I think you should find the time for that, shouldn't you? Especially when you're at 50 supply and you want to bank a bit of money anyways. But, well, I guess there is a reason why most humans don't get it. Ring +3 found for Cash, that's not what he wanted.
A player's forces are
Gets the Watcher Ward also though, so it's not like he has to be totally disappointed. And yeah, as I said before, Militia simultaneously creeping, Archmage here, reaching his level 2. Very, very standard. Grunts scouting everywhere, trying to find out where the human is, but yAwS doing a good job. Confusing his opponent once again. That was not the problem on Nomad Isles. He got up in experience fairly quickly, but that last little bit towards level 3, that just took a little bit too long. Alright, Grunt will now finally find the Archmage, but Blade Master, pretty much on the other side of the map, will still take some time to get there. And yAwS probably knows this, that when the Grunt is here, the Blade Master is probably somewhere else! Oh my god, did he get the last hit with the Grunt? I'm not sure. He could try to go for the Grunts around here. No. He kills the last little troll and then decides to book it. I love that word. Booking it. I think that's so cool.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gauntlets. Oh. Finds the Archmage. And unless he fucks up horribly, he's gonna get this last hit. Sometimes, when the Windwalker is running out... No, he doesn't fuck it up. Item goes towards the Archmage, though. And yeah, this Footman is super duper dead. But maybe in the meantime he can try to harass something here. But once again, he's just inches away from level 3. This creep camp would have gotten him the level up. But Cash will deny him that. Alright, do we see MK this time? Yes, we do.
A player's forces are under attack.
In a later game scenario, that hero is of course a lot stronger. By the way, against Hawk especially, Cash seemed to be pretty frustrated playing against human come late game. So maybe yAwS should try to go for that scenario. Of course, on Amazonia that's pretty hard. Like, getting your second hero to level 3 is not easy at all there. But on Turtle Rock that should not really be a problem. The fuck was that? I just saw a bolt kind of hitting nothing. But the Blade Master's not in Windwalker. What? Okay. Don't really understand. Level 3 for the Archmages, barely. And this is something that doesn't really seem possible, but with Orc it is. First creep camp for your second hero. Why not take the biggest on the map? Hex around and here we go. But he does take a shitload of damage. He feels fairly secure though because he has the vision from up here. So doesn't need to fear getting creepjacked. Ooh, Pipe of Insight. That's one of the big amazing items you can get here. And Militia Train coming out. What?
A player's forces are under attack.
He doesn't need this militia to creep this camp. I guess he's expecting a fight. Level 2 now, ready for the Shadow Hunter, thanks to this big creep camp. And thanks to the Rune of Healing, he's not really low HP at all. But yAwS should try to find some space to solo creep his MK. Because MK, before level 3, is really unimpressive. Get the gauntlets! Yeah! Right, here we go, immediately focus onto the Archmage. He's in a terrible position. But he gets out. Nice presence of mind from Cash again, realizing the position of the Archmage. Oh, he needs to be so careful right now. What the fuck is he doing? He might just die here. What the fuck was that? Huge mistake from yAwS. He used his group to attack, not realizing that his Archmage would turn around the corner and stand here in the shittiest position ever. That's a mistake you just cannot make against Cash, and honestly that's not a mistake you should make on that level. I shouldn't be too critical. yAwS is a very good player. But that just can't happen. Has to rebuy the Archmage, that is so expensive. $47 supply for the human. 46 for the Orc. Finding Potion of Greater Healing. Jesus Christ, man, the items. You can't call Cash unlucky here. Mountain King only now reaching level 2. He needs to have that dwarf on level 3 ASAP. Shadowhunter pretty much already level 3. He doesn't have spellbreakers here, so this camp is gonna hurt. Look for the shockwave. Boom! He's surrounding the big guy again. As well, I mean. The shockwave, man. And he gets the pipe of as well. You know, it's an amazing item, but for human, it's really shit. Obviously, he already has it. And now he's selling it with the MK and getting solo experience with the Archmage. And using the slow on the creeps. yAwS making a lot of mistakes here. Alright. I said yAwS wasn't gonna lose 3-0. And judging from Amazonia, I wouldn't have said so either. I mean, he lost, but I don't think he played bad. But on Turtle Rock, man, some things are just very questionable. Alright, base is open. This is where he needs to TP. Otherwise he loses everything. There's a TP. Oh my god. Oh my god. He missed! Okay, he only missed 1 priest. I thought he was gonna miss 3 priests. Jesus Christ. That was really close, like... Very understandable. I know that feeling myself from ladder. Like, you see the army and you start clicking your army towards the main base. And then at some point you're like, shit man, it's like too far away. I can't wait that long. I have to TP. And then you TP and then you realize your first hero is way up in front and your army is behind. I get that. I understand why that happens. But it shouldn't happen to players like him. Again, we see the offensive shop from Cash. He smells his opportunity here to close this game out, even getting a Demolisher. Only 60 supply, though, it's not that much. But then again, yAwS is only at 54, and when he comes out of this base here to engage, it's gonna be a shitty position because so much of his stuff is blocking it. It's gonna be blocking itself. Loses the barracks, but doesn't really need that anyways. Gets a Raider for free back here, which is nice. Level 4 also really important. But he needs to get 100 experience more on the Mountain King. And that's 200 more divided by 2. Militia has come out. First bolt hitting, and we can see how ridiculously weak it is on level 1. Call to arms used. He's not fucking around. He's using everything he's got. And then leaving it there. Alright, it's coming out now. Demolisher is also on the field of battle. Nice little bit of micro there from yAwS, like dodging single hits from the Demolisher. Force supply, which is not that useful it seems most of the time. Scroll of Healing has been used by the Orc player. Militia are dying left, right and center, and he's just not getting any experience. He hasn't killed anything. Next Scroll of Healing has been used. Now maybe the Blade Master in a bit of trouble. Another heal wave keeps him healthy. Shadowhunter still has a potion of bigger mana and he can transfer the greater healing as well. And slowly but surely, yAwS's forces are dwindling. MK now very far up front, but he does have the invul. Maybe he's trying to go for a hero kill now. Focus on the Blade Master, but heal wave, not yet, but he has a Windwalk to get out. He transfers the healing potion and right back into the fray we go. Uses the greater healing and now it doesn't seem like a fair fight anymore. Everything is low and he GG's out. And I'm not sure how much he killed that fight, but it wasn't much. Cash looking dominant here on Turtle Rock. And to be absolutely fair, yAwS not looking the best we've ever seen him.